GMAC Chevrolet broke the pinion on the pit stop. I don't really know what's going on, but we definitely got to figure it out before Sunday.
Any thoughts on what could be causing it, or is it just a mystery?
Trouble on the back straightaway. Jimmy Johnson, Kevin Harvick tangle. Johnson spins to the inside. Harvick's in the outside retaining wall as everybody else scrambles to get by.
Oh, and hard contact. Joe Nemechek's collision. Rusty Wallace gets turned on his nose. Back on all four wheels. Mark Martin is in that melee as well.
You could see that one coming over there, Dave Moody. Again, when Kevin Harvick tried to make the move, made a little contact, and that's all it took.
Got into the back bumper, turned the leader around, Barney, and everybody else was absolutely helpless. Joe Nemechek with a vicious lick into the outside wall. Kevin Harvick's machine is all torn up. The Rusty Wallace car demolished down on the inside of the racetrack. A massive accident at the exit of turn number 2.
Joe Nemechek is climbing from the U.S. Army Chevrolet down to the inside. Again, Rusty Wallace, Kevin Harvick, the only other two cars here midway down the back straightaway, and it is a junkyard. Debris litters the back stretch, and so do 3 race cars on the grass down on the inside lane.
Heavy damage to Kevin Harvick's car, to Rusty Wallace's car, and to Joe Nemechek's car. Mark Martin has some damage on his machine also. And again, Dave Moody, anybody else sitting down on the apron over there in front of you?
There are a bunch of cars coasting away that have rolled on back toward pit road, Barney, but the bulk of them are down in front of Mike Bagley. The Dave Blaney machine also got a pretty good bite of that action.
Rusty Wallace has just climbed from the Miller Dodge, and now we're focusing on Kevin Harvick. Safety crews are tending to him, and we have 3 severely torn up race cars on the back straightaway.
And the man who was leading this race and started on the pole is now in the garage. Jimmy Johnson has just taken the Lowe's machine back in to the Nextel Cup Series garage. Here comes Mark Martin rolling down the pit lane. His Viagra Ford severely damaged in the right front. He's going into the garage. And just behind him, you've got the machine back there of Dave Blaney, one of the RCR cars. It looks like he, too, will make the hard left-hand turn and go into the garage. Let's see. Yes, indeed. He'll join those already coming out of the race here after a multi-car pileup on the back straightaway. Let's go back for a recap to Dave Moody.
Well, the leader's running single file, Joe, coming off turn number 2. Kevin Harvick got into the left rear corner of the Jimmy Johnson machine, turned him around in the face of the field, and after that it was just pandemonium, nothing but smoke and flying parts. Rusty Wallace got turned head-on into the outside retaining wall, then got clobbered from behind. It nearly flipped that car end over end, back over front, but it came back down to earth on all 4. Joe Nemechek also with a very hard lick. Scott Riggs got a piece of it. Dave Blaney got a piece of it. A number of others with less severe damage.
And Kevin Harvick has climbed from the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. So Nemechek, Wallace, and Harvick all out of their cars here on the backstretch.
So caution is on the speedway again at lap 36 for an incident over in turn number 2 that involves at least 6 cars.